Hola amigos, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Bennet and I write contemporary romance novels and children's picture books. Today I am going to talk about why I have left my publisher and what my plans are for this particular book. Hello, thanks for joining me. I have at least one very bored chocolate Labrador on my hands here. So I'm going to have to make this brief, or you may hear him in the background. The other one seems quite happy. He's asleep by my feet, but the other one is pacing and is wanting to play. So we'll see how long I get. So I was wanting to talk about something which actually happened a few months ago, but I was wanting to make sure that everything was kind of all sorted, the dust is settled before I spoke about it, because I think it's really important to think about when things can go wrong in the publishing industry, as well as when things hopefully go very right. So a few months ago, I signed a 5-book deal with my new publishers, Joffe Books, and that deal is absolutely fine. They have been amazing. My books are coming together really well. I'm at the copy edit stage at the moment with some of them, and yeah, they're brilliant. The publishers that I'm wanting to speak about are the publishers of my book, Her Sister's Baby. So I actually requested to have my rights back to this book a few months ago, and that I would leave their publishing company. So the company were really, really great. It was actually written into my contract that I could have my rights back at any point, which was really, really good. They did provide a very generous contract with things like that. I literally just emailed my wishes and my rights reverted back to me. So that was absolutely brilliant. I wanted to have my rights back because my book just wasn't selling. It wasn't selling as well as the books that I had self-published at the time. And that wasn't necessarily anybody's fault. I think it was just not a very good fit for their publishing company. They didn't have a lot of other authors doing similar things to me. So it might just be that their marketing strategies weren't right for my book for whatever reason. I really loved the cover that they came up with. I thought that that was really, really cool and quite different, and it definitely stands out. And I had hoped that the book would do really well with them, but it just didn't. So I felt that I'd given it long enough and there was kind of no point to it just being there, not doing anything. You know, it wasn't making them any money. It wasn't making me really any money either. So yeah, I asked for the rights back. I have got my rights back. So now I need to decide what to do with this book. I do really, really love this book. It's about a woman whose sister dies in a car crash, and when she goes, what is her name actually? That's a good point. Sophie, there we go. I should know that. It's been a while since I wrote it. It's fine. I've written quite a lot of books. Sophie, yes, her sister dies in a car crash, and then when Sophie goes to the hospital afterwards, she discovers that her sister had a little girl called Alana that Sophie never knew existed. Alana's just a baby. So Sophie decides to take care of her and loves looking after the baby, and it's really nice for her to have some family because her sister was the only family that she had, but now she has this baby. But Alana's father, Samson, also didn't know that he had a daughter until the same time, and now he also wants to have custody of the little girl. So what happens is that Sophie agrees to move in with Samson while they kind of sort things out, and both of them learn how to look after the baby, and pretty soon sparks fly and they just have to admit their growing attraction to each other, and it's all lovely. But what will happen when they have to decide who is actually going to get custody of the little girl? So yeah, I really enjoyed writing this. It's a good book, and I want to see it reach its potential. So the two choices I have are whether to self-publish or whether to offer it to my new publishers. So I think what I will probably do is wait for my new books to come out with my publishers, because there are one brand new book and then there are 4 books which have been previously published, and then I will offer them this, and hopefully they will want that. I think that's the most sensible thing to do, because while I really love self-publishing and it's so wonderful to have so much control over your work, it's also really, really hard work. And obviously the other 5 are going to be, you know, their covers will hopefully be quite similar. So it will be really nice to have that kind of matching in with them, so that it's clear that it's all part of the same author brand. If they don't want it for whatever reason, although I can't imagine that they wouldn't, it's a great story, then I will self-publish it, and obviously have a different cover designed and everything like that. So I will make sure that I keep you up to date with that. But like I say, I'm going to hang on to it for a few months while the other books are sorted out, and then I will let you know what my publishers say and what my plans are. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this little video today. It's been really nice to update you guys on what's been going on. Please make sure that you like it if you enjoyed it. That really, really helps my channel to grow. And I will catch you in the next one, when hopefully we'll be having lots more Preptober preparations and then moving on to NaNoWriMo. I was editing my video and I just thought that I wanted to add in that it's really, really important that you check out your publishers before you sign with them. I think when you're an author and you get that phone call or that email saying that a publisher wants to take on your book, it's just such a wonderful feeling, and it's very easy to get carried away and sign on the dotted line without properly doing your research. I know that there are organisations who will check out contracts for you. The Society of Authors is one of them. You become a member and then they will go through your contract for you. You can also check websites like Writers Beware, I think one of them is called, and they will point out any publishers who other authors have reported because they've had trouble with them. But as well as it being a reputable publisher, you also need to be happy. If they want you to produce 2 books a year, for example, and you don't think that you can do that, well, there's not really a lot of point to you signing with them. If they also don't have any other books of your genre, well, will they be able to market your book effectively, or is it just your little book in a sea of lots of other different books that, because they have got more in common, they're kind of feeding off each other and the marketing is mainly going towards them? There's just so much to think about and to consider. Paris is now trying to get into the guinea pig hutch because Paris, thank you. There's an apple in there, so he thought that they might be finished and that possibly he should have it. The dog is addicted to apples. Anyway, I was saying, there's just a lot that you need to consider before you sign. Make sure that you get any contract checked out. Make sure that you check out the publisher as much as you can. And also, if it's not working, don't necessarily feel that you're completely stuck with them. There are options to leave. You should try to make sure that your contract does have a get out clause for you. It might be that if your publisher doesn't sell a certain number of your books, then you can leave, or if they don't fulfill certain things within a particular timeline. The publisher, which I just left, were actually very, very fair. They basically said in their contract that if at any point I wasn't happy, then I could just have my rights back and leave. But that is certainly not the case. So yeah, just make sure that you do your homework and don't just sign with a publisher or stay with a publisher that that you're not completely happy with and that isn't doing the best for your book. Well, I will catch you in my next video, and thank you so much again for watching.